I want you to be able to manage your wardrobe, not to feel like it's in charge of you. I've personally saved about an hour and a half a week, I would guess, by taking my average daily dressing time down from 15 minutes to less than 2 minutes. And as a professional stylist, I show women how to make the most of their body shape so they can style themselves to be seen in their best light. But I had a difficult to style body shape, and that's what got me into personal styling. I still have that shape. So now I enjoy my clothes in all my business and personal contexts, and I genuinely never think that I have nothing to wear. And so let's see how you can get to that as well. There are two ways to solve this problem, and I'll call those A and B. I want you to have both options so you can decide really what you're ready to commit to, what sounds right for you at the moment, how much time you have, etc. So let's first talk about the biggest problem in the way of getting dressed quickly, and that is that what you have in your wardrobe might not work to put you in your best light. And so you don't feel that you're creating your best style with what you're working with. It's very hard to get to that if you have pieces that just aren't doing the right thing for you. So we'll talk about how to solve all the problems that are involved in that. It won't surprise you. I think fashion is more than frivolous, so much more. And in a video, which I'm going to link here, go to about 2 minutes 30, I talk about how fashion affects our mood and our mind and some of the science behind that. So I will link that. Fashion doesn't only affect our mood and our mind as well, it also affects our message. I love this quote from Miuccia Prada that it's instant language. So it can feel really average to have pieces that don't flatter you. So let's talk about a way B first. That is the quick way, and the other way, A, is more involved with potentially a better result for you. But the quick way, if you want something you can just do now, is to go through each piece in your collection and ask yourself, how do I feel about this piece? And then how do I feel when I wear it? So it's really a question, how do I feel about this piece when I wear it? And sort your clothes into 3 piles based on your answers to that question about how you feel when you wear it. And your answer will either be, I feel great, in which case, yes, keep it. I feel awful when I wear it, in which case, give it away. And you may have a few where you're like, well, I feel awful when I wear it, but there's this about it. Or actually, I feel great when I wear it, but I just haven't been able to make it work in an outfit. So those maybe pieces are pieces that you want to just store for a while. Come back to them in a few months' time and see how you feel. And the best way to do this is at some relaxed point in the week, say late on a Saturday afternoon, when you can put on some music, invite a friend over if that works for you. It's a great way to do it, and literally just throw your unwanted clothes across the room to the giveaway pile. It's really liberating. Now you have your clothes sorted into piles. You want to take those clothes in the yes pile and build looks from those clothes. And those are the looks that you want to work with there, because they're going to be the highest quality looks from what you have already. And there's something to say here around the first thing, or the key really to getting dressed quickly, is to actually do the work beforehand. So doing this on a Saturday afternoon, building your looks up, and doing it not at a time when you're rushing to your next thing or you're thinking about your commitments for the day. That is really key to getting you ready for that 2-minute quick get dressed in the morning. So I'll show you what to do once you have built your looks and how to organize them so you can access them really quickly. But you may find that you don't have many clothes left in your yes pile and that you're struggling to put looks together that you like. So if you have 2 or 3 great looks, that may not feel like it's enough for your public life, for work commitments, for socializing, private life, etc. So there are 3 additional steps that look like 5, but it's 3 to the process which solve that, and I will tell you about those in a moment. But firstly, for the looks that you do have and the ones that you're going to create, so that you don't have to remember them and recreate them every morning, how do you organize them so they're constantly available to you? So there are 2 ways to do that. And firstly, you can hang, fold, or store them as complete outfits. That dress goes with this jacket. Those pants go with that shirt and those shoes. And if you have space in your wardrobe and you have enough pieces that you're working with, then that could really work. But there is still an element there of recreating the looks when they come back from cleaning and you think, oh yeah, where did this go? What jacket did I wear with that outfit? So then the solution to that is the second option, which is to have a permanent record of your looks in a lookbook. And it sounds really fancy, and I do make beautiful looking lookbooks for my clients, but it's essentially a collection of images of yourself in outfits that show you in your best light. And it feels fantastic to get this collection together. It's a punch in the air, dopamine rush moment. So even if you just have a few images of yourself in outfits that work for different situations, you will feel the benefit of not having to think about how to look amazing. Instead, you just refer to your phone or Pinterest or wherever you have stored your images, and you find there a permanent reminder of your best looks, and it makes things so easy. So what are the 3 additional steps that solve the empty wardrobe issue? When you've gone through your wardrobe, you've worked out there are very few pieces that you can actually work with to create your best looks. Well, that's when you need a style strategy. And I do mean strategy. Strategy is not just for the boardroom, it's also for your wardrobe and your style, because fashion is a powerful tool and a strategy helps you make decisions about your style. So this is how you know you're buying pieces that are going to now help you build those fantastic looks. It does sound like, oh, we're talking about something quite a bit bigger here. And as you know, a lot of things that are worth having are worth working for, but it can initially feel like a lot to bite off. And when you decide that you want style that sings your praises, that puts you in your best light, you do know inherently that there are some changes that you'll need to make. And really, these steps clarify for you what those changes are. So there are 4 steps to the strategy, and there is 1 implementation step. And you know 2 of those 5 steps already. So the first thing to keep in mind is not to go shopping as your first thing to do. And this is often what people's instinct is if they're looking to update their style, to get to a more elevated look, then style is found in the shops. So that's where we go. I totally understand that. And it may actually be a relief through this process to discover that shopping is not the first thing to do. It's a lot more about the pre-work beforehand. You want to establish your style essentials. These are the foundations of your style. These enable you to choose clothes that you can build your best style from. And they are the clothes that flatter you, flatter your body shape, that synergize with your personality to show off who you are, and they align with the colors of your skin, hair, and eyes to show off your natural features. So there is science behind each of these, and I would love to know which of these style essentials do you already work with in your style, and what difference has it made to you? Drop me a note in the comments. I do read all the comments, and I would love that. And in a video that I will link here, I talk a lot more about how to synergize with your personality through your style. So secondly, then you want to edit your wardrobe in light of your style essentials. And that means that you're now keeping the pieces that will truly build out a style that works for you, not just based on instinct, but based on a really informed view. They've passed the stylist grade, if you like, a really high bar that you've set for yourself. Then you want to, still before going shopping, you want to build out your mood board and inspirations. And a mood board is typically a collection of visual ideas that you can use for inspiration. So, because if you can see it, it's much easier to create it in your life. So your style mood board ideally includes looks that flatter your figure, your colors, and synergize with your personality. But it really importantly helps you make decisions about your style going forward. And it's where you can bring some flavor. You can bring your looks to life. You can see what they look like as looks on a page. So then when you go and shop for them, it's a lot easier to find them. And then fourthly, you want to plan what to buy. So your mood board, you're in ideation phase, if you like, but you're also referencing your framework as you come up with that ideation. So you want to go broad and then kind of come back down, and then planning what to buy is a much more reductive process where you are literally writing your shopping list off the basis of your mood board. And as you get to know your colors, your body shape, and your style personality, you'll know that there are some things that really should be on the list that aren't there yet, some things that aren't in your wardrobe that you need. and you'll find that there's ideas through that process. So with those elements, the style essentials, the wardrobe edit, the mood board, and the shopping list, that gives you a direction. And firstly, I'd love to know, are there any light bulbs for you? Drop them in the comments for me. But now it's about implementation. And of course, you're going to go and buy those pieces, and then you want to put your looks together and be able to refer to them by curating a lookbook for yourself. The reason it takes me literally less than a minute to choose what I'm wearing each day is that I have looks for all the contexts of my life, and they're all in this permanent reference in my lookbook. So I can just literally flick over there after checking the weather for the day and looking at my calendar and seeing what I have on, and choose from all of my best looks because I've done the pre-work and I have looks that really work for me. And it does just feel so good to have this problem sorted. I know it could save you an hour and a half a week if you're spending that much time at the moment getting dressed, which is not unusual. But if it all feels too unclear and you're not sure where to start or what is the next step for you, come and join us in the Style Explorer Network, which is a private group. I'll put the link in the description. It's designed for businesswomen who have corporate clients who want to know the next steps to elevating their style, to be seen in their best light, and heighten their authority and impact. I would love to have you join us. In my next video, which is the last video in this series, I'll be talking about how you can make shopping work for you even if you hate it. See you then.